Okay, on 18.2, number 1A, they give us a system of inequalities. This one plus 2. And then they give us, and this is ready to graph, so we don't have to do anything to this one. The next one they give us is x minus 2y is greater than 8. Okay, this one is going to need some help because we've got to get it into y equals mx plus b form. Now remember, it's not equals right now because we are dealing with inequalities, but it's the same form. So what do I need to do to subtract the x? So I'm going to move the x first. Okay, and that's going to cancel. Now I'm left with this right here. So make sure you include that negative. So that's negative 2y is greater than negative x plus 8. Remember, we're going to rearrange that so it's mx plus b. Divide by negative 2. Okay, so I'm going to divide all things on all sides by negative 2. And when I do that, everything changes. All the signs change, including that one.
Why is listed in 1/2?
Minus 8, or is it plus?
Yes, 1/2 x minus 8 divided by 2. 4. Okay? Yeah, don't forget to do the division, because you don't want to graph that big number anyway. Okay, so now I've got this ready to go. Can anybody look at these inequalities, and notice anything about the two of them as a pair? Anything that you see that jumps out at you? Okay. And by the way, that's that one right there, and then this one down here. Anything?
1/2 x.
1/2 x. They both have a slope of 1/2. So that's going to make this interesting. So let's go and graph that. Okay. So draw my graph. All right. So what was the first equation? What's my y-intercept? 2. All right. Hang on. Let me change colors right quick. Oh, purple is good. Okay, so we're going to start at 2. And our slope is positive 1/2, so it's going to go up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. And that is my, going to be my line. And it's a solid line or a dotted line?
Dotted.
All right, so please excuse the fact that my lines are super crooked. All right, and my next line, where is my y-intercept?
Negative 4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 4. So graph that. You graph this with me. All right, and my slope is again 1/2. So up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. I got a little carried away there with the points. This one is also going to be a dotted line, so there we go. All right, so now I need to shade. So on my purple line up here, do I need to shade above or below?
Below.
That's the first equation.
Oh.
Above, yes. So that one's going to shade up here. Up here we go. I didn't get my line's a little short. So I'm going to keep going. All right, so over here, I'm going to shade all this above. Okay. So now my other line, where am I going to shade that line? Below. Uh-oh. There's no double shaded area. Well, that's kind of sad. So what's the answer to this system of inequalities? There's no solution. Okay? Because we don't have that double shaded area, they're going in opposite directions. They have shaded areas that are going the opposite way. This is a no solution inequality. Now, as you can probably guess, the next one is going to be a little different than what we have here. On B, they give us these two equations. Now, both of these are going to require attention because neither one is in the y equals mx plus b form. So let's start with the top one. So 3x plus y is less than 3. Move that x first. Very good. Plus 3. Remember, we've got to keep it in mx plus b form, so we want to put that x first. Okay, looks like it's good to go. The y is by itself. All right, so that's that equation. Okay, the other one's pretty easy too because they've got it halfway there for you, so we've got to subtract 2 from both sides. I'm just going to work off of that one. All right, I didn't have to divide by a negative, so my sign is going to stay the same, my inequality sign. Negative 3x minus 2. So there's my other equation. Now, once again, let's take a gander at these and see if there's anything that jumps out at us. Negative 3x, they both have the same slope. So what type of lines are these going to be? Parallel. So let's write that down somewhere on the side of our page. We'll note, parallel lines have the same slope. Okay, so make a note of that. Parallel lines have the same slope. So we know they're going to be parallel. We're still going to need to graph them anyway because parallel lines are either going to go away from each other or they're going to go towards each other and have that in-between area shaded. So the last one we had, they went away. We've got to graph this one and see what happens. We're going to graph these. Okay, so y'all help me out here because I tried to graph this on Desmos a while ago and it was a hot mess. Okay, so what's my first equation? Okay, what's my y-intercept for the first equation? 3. Great. I can do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, my slope is negative 3, so down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. Dotted line, thank you. Okay, so there's the first line. That's the top equation. Now the second line, where is my negative 2? Okay, good to know. We'll do red. Okay, I'm going to start at negative 2. Obviously my slope is negative 3 over 1, so 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. And we can see, whoops, we can see that these are in fact parallel lines. Is it a solid line? Okay. Awesome. All right, so in a world where these lines are straight, these are parallel lines. Okay, so now we've got to take care of shading. Now, here's my advice when you're dealing with parallel lines. Kind of look at the situation and see if they're going in or out. If they go in, we're just going to shade in between. If they go out, then we'll shade, outward. All right, so my first line is a less than. So my dotted line is less than, is that correct? Okay, so that's going to go this way. So I'm going to shade down here. All right, and then my second line is what is the sign there? Greater than or equal to. So that is all going to shade in here. So I'm just going to shade in between those two lines to show everybody that this is where the answer lives, is in this shaded area right here between these two lines. I don't have to worry about the rest of it. If you really want to shade and show the double shading, that's fine. But this is a lot neater and nicer. Okay, so that is parallel lines. And that's what they do. So make sure that you are careful about which direction you shade and looking carefully at your slopes.